Hello, my friends, Dr. Mandell here. If you're over 50, your eyes are changing, and you may not even realize it yet. The truth is, oxidative stress, inflammation, and poor circulation slowly start to cloud the lens of your eyes. This is how cataracts begin. But here's the exciting news. Nature has powerful tools that can protect your vision, clear the lens, and fight cataract formation without medications or surgery when you use them daily and correctly. Every blink you take, every sunrise you see, every face you recognize depends on a delicate network of cells and light inside your eyes. Yet as the years go by, most people unknowingly destroy this miracle of nature, one meal, one habit, one missed nutrient at a time. It starts subtly, a little blur when reading the fine print, more glare when driving at night, or that cloudy haze that makes the world look slightly dimmer. What many don't realize is that this isn't just aging. It's your eyes crying out for nourishment. The good news? Nature already gave us the antidote, hidden inside 3 powerful juices that can protect, repair, and even help reverse the slow damage that leads to vision loss and cataracts. Your eyes are living tissue. They need oxygen, blood flow, and nutrients just like your heart and brain. But here's the truth no one talks about. After age 50, the tiny capillaries feeding your eyes begin to narrow free radicals, unstable molecules formed by pollution, stress, and poor diet start attacking the lens proteins. Slowly, those clear, glass-like structures begin to harden and cloud. This is how cataracts form. It's not sudden. It's years of invisible damage. But scientists have found something remarkable. The right blend of plant nutrients can slow, stop, and even reverse this process by neutralizing those free radicals at the cellular level. The first key lies in carrots, not because your grandmother said they're good for your eyes, but because modern science confirms it. Carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a precursor of vitamin A, which your body converts into retinol. Retinol is the building block of your retina's photoreceptor cells, the very cells that allow you to see light, color, and detail. When you drink fresh carrot juice, you're literally fueling your retina's ability to sense. The world researchers from Tufts University discovered that people with low vitamin A levels are twice as likely to develop cataracts. But the effect goes beyond vitamin A. Carrots also contain lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that gather in your macula, the central part of your retina, where they form a natural filter against blue light and UV radiation. Think of them as internal sunglasses your body builds for protection. Now imagine combining carrots with fresh oranges. This is where the real magic happens. Oranges flood your system with vitamin C, one of the most powerful antioxidants known to medicine. The human lens, the transparent part of your eye that focuses light, is made largely of protein and water. Over time, ultraviolet radiation and oxidative stress damage these proteins, causing them to clump together, the first step of cataract formation. But vitamin C acts like a molecular shield, preventing this clumping process. In a groundbreaking study published in Ophthalmology, researchers followed over 1,000 women for 10 years and found that those who consumed the most vitamin C had a 33% lower risk of cataract progression. The explanation? Vitamin C helps regenerate glutathione, your eye's master antioxidant, which repairs oxidative damage inside the lens itself. But let's go deeper. Most seniors don't lose vision simply because of age. They lose it because of inflammation, tiny chronic inflammation inside the microvessels of the eye that restricts blood flow and nutrient delivery. The carotenoids and flavonoids found in these natural juices are powerful anti-inflammatory agents. They reduce oxidative stress and improve microcirculation so oxygen and nutrients can once again reach your lens and retina efficiently. This is why drinking these juices isn't just a vitamin boost, it's targeted therapy. Food is medicine for your vision. Imagine this, every morning you drink 1 glass of freshly pressed carrot and orange juice. The beta-carotene transforms into retinol, replenishing your retinal cells. The vitamin C floods your lens, restoring its antioxidant defenses. Your blood vessels dilate slightly, improving oxygen delivery. Over time, the dullness in your sight begins to fade. Colors look a little sharper, light feels softer, and those cloudy halos around lamps begin to diminish. This isn't a fantasy, this is biochemistry in action. The lens of your eye, once thought to be incapable of repair, actually responds to diet. In 2020, a team of scientists from the National Eye Institute discovered that oxidative damage to the lens can be reversed in early stages when glutathione levels are restored naturally. And guess which nutrients boost glutathione production? Vitamin C, carotenoids, and plant polyphenols, exactly the compounds found in these natural juices. Here's another shocking fact. The average adult consumes less than 10% of the recommended antioxidants required to maintain eye health. Meanwhile, the modern diet, loaded with processed sugar, refined oils, and artificial ingredients, accelerates glycation, a process that literally hardens the lens of your eye like old glass. But when you replace these empty calories with plant-based juices, you flood your bloodstream with phytonutrients that actively detoxify and restore clarity to your vision. It's like cleaning the glass window your soul looks through. And this isn't just about seeing better, it's about aging better. Your eyes are a mirror of your brain and blood vessels. What protects your vision also protects your mind. Numerous studies show that higher intake of carotenoids, particularly lutein and zeaxanthin, is linked to better cognitive performance and lower Alzheimer's risk. Why? Because these same antioxidants cross the blood-brain barrier, reducing inflammation and protecting neurons from oxidative stress. So every sip of that juice is not just feeding your eyes, it's feeding your brain, your memory, your clarity. Now, let's visualize how these juices work inside your body. Within minutes of drinking them, the nutrients are absorbed through your intestinal walls and transported via your bloodstream. Beta-carotene enters your liver, where it's converted into retinol. Vitamin C circulates freely, neutralizing free radicals. Lutein and zeaxanthin get stored in the macula, forming a protective layer that filters harmful blue light. Meanwhile, polyphenols from the orange stimulate your body's production of nitric oxide, relaxing your blood vessels and improving circulation. All this is happening quietly, invisibly, every time you nourish yourself with what nature intended. Think about this. Cataract surgery is one of the most common surgeries in the world. Millions undergo it each year. But what if you could slow or even avoid it altogether simply by changing what you drink each day? What if prevention was already sitting in your kitchen? Science now shows that food can be more powerful than medicine when used consistently, because your eyes, just like any other part of your body, are designed to heal if only you feed them the right nutrients. So when you take that glass of carrot and orange juice each morning, don't just see it as a beverage. See it as a commitment, a promise to your future self that you'll protect your vision, your independence, your ability to read, to recognize faces, to see the beauty of the world. You're not just drinking juice, you're drinking light, clarity, and life itself, because every drop carries the power of nature's intelligence, designed perfectly to heal the eyes that see it. And remember, the human body is not meant to deteriorate in silence. It's built to regenerate, to adapt, to recover. Cataracts are not your destiny. They are a signal that it's time to nourish what you've taken for granted. Start today and let every glass of these natural juices remind you that the gift of sight is worth protecting. Naturally, vision is the one sense that connects us to everything we love. Yet every year, nearly 20 million people lose that connection, not because of fate, but because of chemistry gone wrong inside their own eyes. The slow yellowing of the lens, the soft blur creeping across the edges, the glare that turns sunlight into pain, all of it begins with a single microscopic event. Oxidative stress. Scientists have spent decades decoding this invisible enemy, and their discoveries are shocking. They've found that cataracts are not simply an inevitable part of aging, they're the result of a nutrient crisis within the eye itself. When the balance between free radicals and antioxidants collapses, the proteins inside the lens start to twist, clump, and scatter light. But here's the hope. Specific nutrients, backed by decades of research, can slow, stop, and sometimes reverse this chain reaction. Inside every healthy eye, thousands of tiny molecules stand guard: vitamin C, vitamin E, lutein, zeaxanthin, beta-carotene, and lycopene. Together, they neutralize free radicals before they can harm the delicate crystalline proteins that make the lens transparent. But as we age, levels of these antioxidants plummet. In a study published in Ophthalmology, scientists followed more than 3,000 adults for over 10 years and discovered something astonishing. People with the highest vitamin C intake were 33% less likely to develop cataracts. The difference wasn't luck, it was nutrition. Vitamin C regenerates glutathione, the master antioxidant that keeps the lens clear. Without it, light-scattering molecules build up until the world begins to fade. In another clinical trial from Harvard School of Public Health, researchers analyzed the blood of nearly 40,000 men and women and found that those with the greatest levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, the pigments that make spinach and kale green, had up to an 18% lower risk of cataract formation. These compounds concentrate in the macula, where they absorb high-energy blue light and block ultraviolet radiation before it can burn the retina or the lens. Think of them as microscopic sunglasses your body grows from plants. When you eat greens, you're literally building armor inside your eyes. Science has now revealed that the same nutrients protecting vision also protect the brain. MRI studies show that individuals with higher macular pigment density, thanks to lutein and zeaxanthin, score better on memory and cognitive tests. It's the same mechanism: antioxidant protection, improved blood flow, reduced inflammation. The eye and brain share a blood supply. When one heals, the other follows, but the story doesn't end there. Vitamin E, found abundantly in almonds, avocados, and seeds, protects cell membranes within the lens from oxidation. In a long-term Finnish study, seniors with adequate vitamin E levels had significantly fewer cataracts than those who were deficient. The mechanism is elegant. Vitamin E stops lipid peroxidation, a process where free radicals steal electrons from healthy fats in the eye, triggering a chain reaction of cellular destruction. With enough vitamin E circulating, that chain is broken before it begins. Then comes lycopene, the red pigment in tomatoes and watermelon. In laboratory experiments at the National Eye Institute, lycopene reduced lens opacity by suppressing oxidative enzymes. Researchers observed that animals fed a lycopene-rich diet developed 40% fewer cataracts than those without it. The reason is that lycopene is fat-soluble. It penetrates deep into eye tissues and stays there, offering round-the-clock protection. Each of these nutrients operates in synergy. Vitamin C regenerates vitamin E after it neutralizes a radical. Carotenoids absorb light before it becomes oxidative energy. Polyphenols from berries enhance the activity of glutathione peroxidase, the enzyme that clears hydrogen peroxide, one of the main oxidants damaging lens proteins. When consumed together in natural foods and fresh juices, these compounds form a biochemical orchestra performing one song, clarity. But here's the shocking truth. According to the World Health Organization, more than 80% of cataract cases could be prevented with diet and lifestyle changes alone, yet most adults consume less than half the recommended daily amount of antioxidants. The typical Western diet, high in refined sugars and processed fats, generates more oxidative waste than the body can neutralize sugar molecules attached to lens proteins through a reaction called glycation, turning them rigid and cloudy, exactly like caramel forming on a pan. The more sugar you eat, the faster this process accelerates. That's why diabetics have up to 5 times greater risk of cataracts. But antioxidants from fruits and vegetables counteract glycation by stabilizing glucose metabolism and reducing oxidative stress at its root. Researchers at the University of Sydney followed over 2,000 seniors for 15 years. Those with diets rich in vitamin C, E, lutein, and zeaxanthin were nearly half as likely to need cataract surgery, half. That's not coincidence, that's biology responding to nourishment. In Japan, where green tea and vegetable consumption are higher, the rate of cataract surgery among older adults is almost 40% lower than in Western nations. Tea catechins, another family of antioxidants, accumulate in the eye, adding an extra layer of defense. Every sip counts. Even more compelling is how fast improvement can begin. In clinical trials where participants increased antioxidant intake, measurable changes in oxidative markers appeared within weeks. The eye lens has one of the slowest cell turnover rates in the body, yet its chemistry responds rapidly to nutrient restoration. It's as if the body is just waiting for you to give it the tools to heal. And it's not just about supplements. Scientists emphasize whole foods because they provide cofactors, minerals, enzymes, and phytochemicals that help absorption. For example, vitamin C from fresh oranges or bell peppers contains bioflavonoids that enhance uptake. Lutein from spinach is better absorbed with healthy fats like olive oil. Nature packages these nutrients in perfect combinations for a reason. Imagine your eyes as tiny solar panels. Every antioxidant you eat polishes those panels, allowing more light to pass through, more detail to be seen, more color to reach your soul. The clearer the lens, the more vibrant the world becomes. The dull haze that many accept as getting older isn't destiny. It's a reversible sign of imbalance. Doctors once believed that cataracts were irreversible without surgery, but evidence now shows that early-stage cataract progression can slow or halt completely through nutritional therapy. A 2020 review in Nutrients Journal confirmed that antioxidant intake from food correlates with delayed lens opacity and improved clarity. The conclusion was simple: what you eat today decides what you'll see tomorrow. So when you hold that glass of juice, rich in carrots, oranges, blueberries, spinach, and tomatoes, understand this isn't folklore, it's applied biochemistry. Each sip sends thousands of phytochemicals into your bloodstream. They travel through your capillaries, diffuse into the eye, and restore balance where imbalance once reigned. Over days and weeks, oxidative molecules fade. Light transmission improves. The world looks a little brighter, a little sharper. That's science working quietly, faithfully inside you. And perhaps the most beautiful part of all is that nature asks for nothing in return. It doesn't charge a fee or require a prescription. It simply offers its medicine through color, flavor, and life. The orange of a carrot, the green of spinach, the red of tomato, these are not just colors. They are signals from nature, whispering to your body how to heal. So take this knowledge not as information, but as transformation. Fill your plate with color. Drink the nutrients that science has proven to defend your vision, because every molecule matters, every sip protects, and every day you choose nourishment over neglect, you're rewriting the chemistry of your future sight. Your eyes are capable of healing, and now you know exactly how to help them do it. Of all the gifts we are given in life, vision is the one we most take for granted. We open our eyes each morning and expect the world to appear sharp, colorful, and alive. Yet for millions of older adults, the world slowly fades into haze, not because of destiny, but because of neglect, because we forget that the eyes are living tissue that need to be nourished every single day. Scientists now understand something extraordinary. The nutrients you give your eyes must be steady, consistent, and timed just right if you want to protect them from the forces that steal sight. Consistency and timing are not small details. They are the difference between slow degeneration and lasting clarity. Each time you drink a glass of juice rich in carotenoids, flavonoids, and antioxidants, you flood your bloodstream with molecules that shield your eyes from oxidation. But here's the secret: their protective effect doesn't last forever. Vitamin C levels in your blood peak just 2 hours after you drink that morning juice, then fall rapidly. Lutein and zeaxanthin from leafy greens circulate for only part of the day before being used up by your retina's defense system. Lycopene from tomatoes protects the lens from ultraviolet damage for about 6 to 8 hours. The science tells us what our ancestors instinctively knew: the body heals through rhythm, not random effort. When you take these natural compounds at specific times, morning, midday, and evening, you maintain an unbroken chain of antioxidant defense, a 24-hour shield around your most delicate sense. In the morning, your cortisol levels are highest and oxidative stress is at its peak. That's why starting the day with carrot and orange juice can have profound effects. The beta-carotene begins converting to retinol just as sunlight hits your eyes, giving your photoreceptor cells the raw material they need to process light efficiently. Meanwhile, vitamin C from the orange travels into the aqueous humor, the clear fluid bathing your lens, neutralizing free radicals formed overnight. Studies from the University of Cambridge show that people who maintain high plasma vitamin C levels upon waking have slower lens opacity progression, even when exposed to daily ultraviolet radiation. That's not coincidence, that's timing aligning with biology. As the day continues, Your eyes are assaulted by screens, pollution, and blue light from digital devices. This is when the second phase of protection becomes critical. Midday, a glass of blueberry and spinach juice replenishes the antioxidants used up by morning stress. Blueberries deliver anthocyanins that improve microcirculation in the tiny vessels behind your retina, while spinach floods your macula with lutein and zeaxanthin. These pigments literally thicken the macular layer, creating a natural filter that blocks high-energy light before it damages your photoreceptor DNA. Harvard Medical School's long-term AREDS. Two studies proved that supplementing with these nutrients reduced the risk of advanced eye disease by nearly 25%. But what they also observed is that consistency mattered more than dosage. Sporadic use provided little benefit. The macula rebuilds gradually, layer by layer, only when it receives these pigments daily. By evening, oxidative stress has again built up inside your tissues. Cellular metabolism slows, detoxification begins, and the eyes need support to clear waste products like hydrogen peroxide and oxidized fats that accumulate throughout the day. That's why tomato and celery juice in the evening is not just refreshing, it's restorative. Lycopene in tomatoes is a fat-soluble antioxidant that embeds itself deep within the lipid membranes of your eye cells, protecting them while you sleep. Celery, rich in vitamin K, sodium, and polyphenols, acts as a gentle detoxifier, helping your liver and kidneys flush the oxidative byproducts that would otherwise continue damaging lens proteins overnight. Researchers at Seoul National University found that subjects consuming lycopene daily before bedtime showed measurable improvement in lens transparency within 8 weeks, compared to no change in the control group. The reason, they concluded, was sustained antioxidant presence during the body's natural repair cycle. This rhythm, morning vitamin C, midday lutein, evening lycopene, creates what scientists call nutrient cycling, a biological symphony that keeps antioxidant defenses active around the clock, break the rhythm, and free radicals slip through the cracks. Maintain it, and you give your eyes a fighting chance to stay clear for decades. The message is simple yet profound. It's not one miracle food, not 1 week of effort. It's the quiet power of daily repetition that heals. Think of how cataracts form. For years, free radicals bombard lens proteins, twisting them until they clump together. Each clump scatters light, creating the cloudy fog we call cataract. But what happens if every single day you neutralize those radicals before they strike? Over months, damage slows. Over years, it stalls. Clinical research published in Nutrients Journal revealed that continuous intake of carotenoids and vitamin C led to a measurable delay in cataract surgery by up to 5 years among seniors who adhered to consistent dietary habits, 5 extra years of natural vision, won simply by consistency. This truth extends beyond the eyes. When you maintain antioxidant levels daily, you also protect the brain, the heart, and the skin. Blood flow improves, inflammation decreases, and energy rises. That's why people who adopt these daily juice routines often notice side effects they never expected. Sharper memory, smoother skin, deeper sleep. The same molecules protecting your lens are rejuvenating every cell of your body. But the most powerful transformation happens in the mind. The act of choosing these juices each day becomes a ritual of self-care, a moment where you decide to preserve what matters most. Scientists studying behavioral health call this nutritional entrainment. When you repeat a health behavior at consistent times, your body begins to anticipate it, optimizing enzyme activity and absorption. So by drinking the same juice at the same time daily, your digestive system actually becomes more efficient at extracting and using its nutrients. You train your biology to heal itself. Modern medicine often tells us that once the lens clouds, surgery is inevitable. Yet emerging studies are challenging that assumption. In one experiment, researchers used a naturally occurring compound derived from antioxidants to restore transparency in animal lenses affected by oxidative damage. The results were so promising that human trials are now underway. It suggests that given the right nutrients, the eye's own enzymes can untangle those clumped proteins and restore clarity, something once thought impossible. And it all begins with maintaining those nutrients in the bloodstream long enough for the healing to occur. This is why timing matters. Miss a day and oxidative stress surges back. Miss a week and years of progress can begin to unravel. Your eyes do not ask for miracles. They ask for loyalty. They ask you to show up glass by glass, day after day. The carrot in the morning, the spinach at noon, the tomato at dusk. Simple, natural acts that build resilience molecule by molecule. Imagine 10 years from now looking at the sunrise with the same clarity you have today, or better. Imagine reading without glasses, driving without glare, seeing your loved ones' faces without that cloudy veil. That future is not fantasy. It's the mathematical sum of what you feed your eyes, when you feed them, and how consistently you do it. The science is clear. Antioxidants lose their power if you take them once in a while, but they transform your biology when taken daily. Consistency converts chemistry into healing, and timing, morning, midday, and evening, turns healing into protection. Every sip you take is a message to your body that you intend to keep seeing, keep learning, keep living in the light. So as the sun rises tomorrow, remember this: the path to clear vision is not found in pills or surgeries alone. It's found in the rhythm of nature itself, bright colors, living foods, and the patience to repeat the habit every single day, because when you honor that rhythm, the body remembers how to heal, and the eyes, the windows to your soul, will thank you with every beautiful detail they let you see for the rest of your life.